Hey guys, it's Lumori. So today is officially day one of working on fundamentals for me. I've been watching videos and doing research on certain topics to help me. I took a lot of notes on this exercise so that I can just get right into it. Surprisingly, I've never done something like this to get correct proportions for the human body. I've always just kind of felt it out, just winged it. I just did what I felt was right. So it's kind of crazy to think that I've never actually done this before. Also, a little disclaimer before we get started. My whole channel's content is not me teaching anything about art. I'm learning myself, so take everything I do with a grain of salt. I would recommend that if you want to follow along with me, you are more than welcome to do so. Just maybe do a little bit of research yourself, because this is basically my channel's just documenting my own personal journey. So I do have a little template here, and we'll be drawing a man and a woman today. I will say that one very important consistent piece of advice that I've been seeing talked about is that when you're doing digital art, to keep things basic, keep it zoomed out so that you can see your entire piece. And I've been trying to do this. This definitely does work. When you can see your entire drawing, it's a lot easier for you to get the proportions down. And once you got like the basic sketch done, you can go back in and add the details. So you can't do this with traditional art, which I usually do traditional art. You can't zoom in, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to keep this in mind when I practice. So I tried my hardest in this video not to be zooming in too much. We do have a guide here in this drawing, so I mean you can a little bit, you can here and there, once you got your guidelines, and then you can pretty much zoom in a little bit. But anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Like I said earlier, I took some notes while doing this exercise for the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, they weren't that good. So I had to go back to the material and look more into it. So tomorrow when I try again, I should have a little better memory. I'm going to be doing a lot of the same exercises every day until I can draw the standard proportions from memory. I won't show the same one every day, the same exercise every day, but I'll show a progression of this exact one later so I can see how much I've improved. And I'll figure out how to make my own guide too, so that I can start from scratch as well. One thought I had while working was that the head of my character didn't feel quite right. I kind of redrew the jaw again because I didn't like the shape of it, especially since I started with the male character. So I usually would draw only women, and they have more soft features, so I wasn't used to this at all. When I try again tomorrow, I will try to draw it a little more square on the bottom. I don't really draw male characters at all because I'm not very good at anatomy. I feel personally like it's a lot harder to draw them, especially since they have a lot more details with their muscles. But one thing at the top of my to-do list is think that that's good enough and move on. So I did. It doesn't have to be perfect. And another thing that I wanted to point out was I didn't take the time to try to make my drawing perfect either. This is more of an exercise in correct proportions, not anatomy. So my arms are probably terrible, and my legs are probably terrible, and my feet are probably not the right shape, but that's okay. More of a how big is this body part, and in respect to this body part, pretty much. When I was drawing the legs though, they are the right size, and what I mean by this, they take up half of the character vertically. But when I do this again tomorrow, I will try to draw them a little bit more anatomically correct. So I'll look at a few more guides or real photos of people for that. They're pretty vague, just the whole bottom half our legs with the knees sitting right above the bottom quarter. That's just a little thing that I want to practice a bit more since I'll be doing this one a few times to make it a little less monotonous. But so far, I'm really happy with how my drawing is coming along, and it was actually pretty fun to do. My thoughts on this exercise as a whole are that it's kind of like connected dots and didn't take a whole lot of thought, which I love as a chronic overthinker. I can't wait until I won't have this guide anymore and learn how to draw with perspective and foreshortening. Just kidding, I can't. That seems very hard. This exercise was kind of a foolproof way to make a great drawing, a good start to feeling good about something that I've created. And then when you erase some of your guidelines and add a little extra details, I can see that he looks like a real character. He kind of looks like Mr. Clean, and I'm going to keep him bald because I don't want to ruin him. And there we go, we followed the guides to make an anatomically correct male character. I think it looks great. I won't go into the details of me drawing the female character since they're pretty much the same with a couple minor differences in the shoulder width and hips. I also wanted to point out that there are probably many ways to do this to get similar results. I'm sure many teachers will have slightly different ways that they do their measurements, so if you find a variation that works for you, that's awesome. And maybe next time I'll try to make my character, my female character, a little shorter because I'm not 5'6", although I wish I was. That would be a fun little variation to do to see what a person my size would look next to a 6-foot tall man. I think that would be a good exercise in itself to play around with, just to see how different size characters look next to each other. One last note, I can't wait to get into drawing heads more since I've had a huge problem drawing them at different angles. So like I said so many times already in this video, we just keep it simple here, but I still learned something like where to place the eyebrow lines in the mouth in the most general way. I'm sure it's not completely accurate, but it's a start. Anyway, here's my female drawing. And that's our exercise for today. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to share any thoughts that you may have in the comments down below, and I hope you enjoyed watching me practice. Please check out at It's Lumori on Instagram and TikTok for short form content if that's your thing. Also, please check out my friend Foolish Ish, who lets me use his chill beats in all of my videos. Very kind. Links in the description for that. And I hope you all have a good day. Bye for now.